Hello everyone, right, so we are back. It's now time for episode 21 of Raiders of the Serpent Seas. We're all here tonight, so we will crack on. I will do the introduction and then we will crack on. Previously on Raiders of the Serpent Seas, the party has arrived at Drifthall, a floating town consisting of various raider clans. The adventurers engage in intricate negotiations and interactions with the representatives from the different clans. The session's primary focus on navigating the delicate power balance and preparing for potential conflicts at the upcoming clan gathering, all the while being mindful of the impendingness of Ragnarok. Visiting the Lutan clan, the adventurers discuss the clan's actions and the influence of Ironwood, implying deeper plots and manipulation. The clan will face scrutiny at the upcoming gathering due to their involvement in the downfall of the Orn clan, which occurred under unfavourable circumstances. Additionally, Baldur and Hodor learned more about their family's crimes from the All-Jarl. Visiting Clan Halharn, the group talks about the proposed deadly tournament and its implications with the All-Jarl. They now understand that she believes that the more epic warriors die in the tournament, they will be prepared to fight Ragnarok in the realm of the dead. The party tries to change her stance on this during the discussions, but is unsuccessful. Visiting the War clan, the focus is on strengthening allegiances and sharing information about recent events and discoveries, particularly regarding the activities of other clans and the influence of Ironwood. Visiting the Orn clan, the discussions were more somber, acknowledging the clan's diminished state. However, Rauder joining the clan improves their status and influence. Each visit has its own nuances and strategic importance, shaping the adventurer's understanding of the intricate politics of Drifthall. Now it's time to see what unfolds at the Grand Clan Gathering. Okay everyone, so we are back in the world. It is the next day from all of what went on yesterday. Some of you had some clandestine sort of meetings with certain clan members as well. Before we do actually quickly jump into into this in the morning, is there any other last little things that may have happened over the night that we would need to cover before this meeting would occur? Is the key thing. Anyone got anything left on their list before this was to occur?
Just double checking, did we sleep before this meeting or not?
Absolutely, yes. You would have had a good night's rest. The whole shebang would have happened. Absolutely.
Would I have had a dad dream after talking to the Jarl?
Absolutely, yes. You would have. Yes, they come very frequently. That's absolutely true. Yeah, I don't know how much he would have been angry at that you had to have meetings with him. There's clearly don't trust him, all the rest of it.
I would have told him everything that he told Boulder and I when the others weren't there about what happened. Because Boulder himself, I'm the other one. Hodor is very suspicious of it in the first place, and he'll explain everything what happened. He goes, I don't really see fully how they can pin on you. Everything seems very circumstantial. The witness evidence being the assassin himself. The documents in the home could have easily been planted, and the Jarl and Rawn seem to have gained everything from you losing everything, so...
We knew some of this. We knew our name had been taken by him. But the fact that that wasn't enough, and he felt he had to murder us as well, and there is just seething rage coming from him, barely controlled. You don't see your father angry. In fact, probably very rarely have you seen your father actually be furiously angry. Your mother, that's a very different story. But your father, yeah, it is just, he must be punished. He must be stopped. Somehow, some way, find a way.
have a meeting in the Drift Hall. Members of other clans will be there. The Lutan is not in favour with them currently due to the situations with the Ironwood, mind control stuff. So his time may be up anyway, so we don't know what will happen.
It's a good start. It'll at least bring him down a couple of pegs. And maybe with him down a couple of pegs, you two can rise. With time. And if you can find anything that proves that he is dishonest, then one of you may have to challenge him.
We will keep an eye out for anything of use. We have a paladin with us, so hopefully she'll be able to pick up any lying on the Jarl's side. So
yeah. They were bound to be deceiving. They always have been. And yes, the dream sort of ends there. Yeah, how well you slept that night, I don't know. But yeah, I imagine the actual meeting with the Jarl was not fun and also angering in itself at the same time. But so far, yes, you two are biding your time. Anyone have anything else, or can we move to the drift hall?
Yes, I would have given Zisa the poison dagger.
Okay, yes.
We go in, just in case.
No problem. Yeah, we can definitely do that when Conrad pops back. We'll get that trade done. Not a problem.
Can I have a conversation with the router?
Absolutely, you can. Yeah, there would have certainly been time as they are coming up to before the hall or the night before.
I will grab a horn of meat because I still have some.
Of course,
and
you
I
do.
will offer. Of course, I will offer her some, and I will say, now that you're part of the Orden, are you seriously looking to participate in the whole, melee to the dead thing?
Well, yeah, they're weakened at the moment. There's no glory in them just dying. I put myself forward because I'm not going to do that.
Oh man, I was looking to participate myself, but seeing as you're probably immortal, that puts a little bit of pressure on me,
I mean, you can still take a swing. I mean, you might kill me, but I'm not going to stay dead. So you could make it believable.
I mean,
but you'd have to beat me first.
Do we both agree that this is a stupid thing to do, though?
Oh, for sure. There's no glory in it whatsoever.
Then
anyone who dies in this is not going to make it to the Halls of the Slain.
Then, okay. Then how about we have some fun with it?
Sure.
And we try to win by, not killing these people. And just sort of exposing it for as far as it is. We will clearly come out of it as the stronger warriors. If we win.
So you're saying not kill everyone?
Yes. But, slightly maim or injure them. That's, not kill them all the way.
There's not really much glory in that either, to be honest.
I mean, there's fun in it.
Yeah, that's true.
Fair enough. So yeah, as you guys are sort of pondering some of this, I will give you that during the evening, some of you may or may not have visited like the Mead Hall or some of the other places. The knowledge of the tournament is well known, so that would definitely be something that would be a thing. And there's definitely mixed reactions, if that makes sense. So probably the best way of looking at it, the clans are fairly 50-50 on this event, if that makes sense. So certain clans seem to be a lot stronger regarding it. It becomes obvious fairly swiftly that seems to be because it's the All Jarl's idea. How Han are behind it. Most of them, at least the ones that will speak openly of it. Lutan clan seem to be fairly on board as well as far as that. However, some of the other smaller clans are definitely more mixed. Rauder, I think I'll give you the extra that Oda, the Orn leader, up to the point where you swore to join their clan, was of the opinion that the only way to move the clan forward was to actually enter the tournament and die in the tournament, because there's nothing else they can offer, if that makes sense. There is a little spark of maybe there's another option now, if that makes sense, that this is something you have changed in joining the clan, if that makes sense. There have been a few discussions about the smaller clans that are a flotilla that seem to surround a lot of the Drift Hall. Some call it the Varang as well, the ones without clan. Whether or not a recruitment mission should be well underway to try and bring them into the fold, if that makes sense. And some of this is going to come up at the clan meeting, so this is stuff that you would be filled in on during your time with the Orn, if that makes sense, before the meeting. Anything else on the list? If not, we shall go for it then. Very well. So yes, it is the next morning. You guys are there. I've filled in as many tokens as I can of the people here, if that makes sense. But it is, if you're anybody at Drift Hall, you're probably here. There is a skeleton crew of people left out on the ships beyond, if that makes sense. So anyone you can think of is probably here in this room as this is all going on. The raiders of each major clan sit together in the inner circle, with the Halhan delegation between the Tavar and the Risa. The Natul sit beside the Risa, and the Lutan beside the Tavar. The lesser clans fill out the outer seating ring, and altogether the ring number at least twice the number that there are in the major clans. But they have very little voice compared. Despite the chilly weather and the ice and snow encrusted on the ground, there is still a festive feeling in the air, as raiders don't get together as often like this, and it has been there's clearly drinking and smiles already going on as some see this as a celebration of even in these sort of dark times. You as a guest of the Volve are kind of brought in, and you're sort of sat off into the sort of section where over here where the Volve have sort of got their own sort of space. You see the Yersa the Wisest and the other two women, and they're all sort of have taken their station where all the other major clan leaders are definitely here in force as everything is going on. To give you an idea of there is from Clan Risa, there is Jar Hodis, large tall folk woman, the Risa being the clan of the tall folk. She has been their leader for a long time. Mother Gudenbarg, the current All Jarl, so the leader of leaders right now within the actual raider community, is here from Halhan. You guys have spoken to her before. There is Jarl Burlchild. She is of Clan Tavar. Usually there are two of them. They are a set of twins. However, only one of them seems to be at the event as all is going on. You then have Oda from Clan Orn taking her place as rightfully is, with the very few smattering of Orn that are left behind her. New to the whole event is looking actually slightly uncomfortable. Like this might not be her initial forte. Is Athos and the War clan delegation here certainly have taken their place, and then obviously we do have all of the Volve are here in their presence as well. Yeah, so we'll get up and move over to the speaking podium And she ascends to the platform, lifting a curved claw that is cast in bronze, and she holds it up to the sun and she says, "The end of the world is almost upon us. There can be no denying there are signs now. The men and women of the raiding clans of Grimir, Ragnarok approaches," and there is a hush murmurs amongst the crowd as this is all going on. "There will be much talk of what is to come, and there has already been much already. We have guests. Our chosen have returned from a visit to a location that we had sent them, and they bring news. And there is other parts as well that I'm sure will be petitioned," as she sort of looks over towards the Lutan clan and the Orn as certain things going on. However, she says, "Now, first of all, let's heed to the All-Jarl." And the Mother Gunbarg, the heavily armoured leader of Halhan, looking like she's very used to this process and what has been going on. She has been to countless of these events from what Harolf has said over time. She moves up and she takes the curved claw from the actual Volve and says, "The most honourable Jarl Golmberg, I now take over this Drift Hall as the All Jarl, and as my last moments as the All Jarl. As for when Drift Hall concludes, once again a new one will be fulfilled." And there is sort of the low hum and drinks are sort of moved up a little bit as this is going on. She unsheathes her sword with one hand, and with the claw in the other, she raises both above and she shouts, "Death to us all!" Her cheer is greeted enthusiastically by at least over half of the crowd as this is going on. People banging weapons and shields as she then lowers her weapons and the crowd lowers theirs. "Over the next months, we must all dive bravely, swords and axes in hand, so that our numbers shall swell in the halls of the slain. We shall be reborn as eternal champions to fight for the light against the darkness that is to come. So it has always been fated by Ragnarok." Again, there are cries and cheers, and some of them are drowned out by the smacking of hands as clapping and as different ships are jostled on the outskirts as well. And then she passes back to Yersa as this is going on. She takes the stand and she says, "There is no denying that the signs of Ragnarok are on the way. And the All-Jarl is correct. We must decide how we are to approach what is to come. Remembering that Ragnarok is a folklore, what we know is part superstition, not all truth." And she sort of eyes the All-Jarl a little bit in some of that as that's going on. "However, we will deal with this as things come up during the meetings. It is time for some petitions. I believe up first we should definitely be, first of all, dealing with the arrival of the War clan and joining us in number." And she will look over to Athos as she is sort of looking off to one side. And I believe the Orn have also suggested that they wish to be part of these early petitions. And she sort of nods over towards her. As you're looking around, you can see that some of the other Jarls are sort of noting that, and the Lutan clan leader seems to be definitely taking in some of what is going on there as well. Anyway, to begin with, first things first, I must say my condolences to Clan Tavar. And she looks over to a woman you guys haven't had any dealings with yet, which is the Jarl of the Bergchild, and she basically says, your brother, as the other side of your your Jarldom. We understand he has been lost in odd circumstances, and we are sorry for this. We hope that you can continue to be the guiding light of your clan, and we offer you condolences. And there is some nods towards this a woman. Seems very stoic and quietly taking it in. Doesn't seem to be taking any point to be moving, to be standing or taking over the communications that are going on. And with that, Giasa then will move back and pass the claw back to the Mother Gutenberg, and she is allowed to speak once more. Very well. The Drift Hall is in session, and we understand Clan Orn wish to take the stand first of all. I will yield. And basically, your now clan leader, Rauda, will stand up. She is obviously, this being her first event, she seems quite feared what's going on here, but she will nevertheless actually take the stand and make her petition towards all of everything that's been going on here with this. But basically, she is asked to rise, and she moves across, as she said, and the Aljarl, the Mother Goldenberg, says, "Rise, Oda, last of the Orn," trying to sort of suggest more is going on there. She moves into place, and she does start to talk about all of the events that have gone on with their homeland. Our homeland was taken by apparently a magician that had control over the elements and was able to make the volcano explode. We understand that he is a powerful wizard that was dealt with by people that are here within this space. Some of my people that have come back to me, thanks to these people, the Chosen, I would ask if they would be able to take the stand for a moment and fill in what they saw during these events. And basically, I'm not going to have you have to role play out talking through the whole events of what went on at Felagar, if that makes sense. But she is basically asking you guys to bear witness to what went down there. I need just as a group, what sort of information do you now pass over in these moments, if that makes sense? You don't have to do it as a talk to the group if you don't need to.
Okay, so it's okay. I'm just gonna say what I'm thinking, and then
this is where you're deciding as a group. You know, when you're all of a like mind, you're coming together and talking this through. Yes.
So what I think we should do is, for the most part, tell the truth, but sort of imply that some of the Lutan leadership might have been involved in this, and that there might be something sinister going on. Not like saying it outright, but like lightly
enough that it's implied that where raiding between the clans is acceptable, if that makes sense. But you're not allowed to go to this level of tragedy, if that makes sense. It's more that you go for materials rather than blowing up an entire volcanic island. And obviously, you've not had proof of anything that said that.
Inform everyone on the iron barbs. I guess that's the other big thing, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah. So Ironwood comes up, and a lot of people are intrigued by what is said, but. I imagine that with Zeus's help explaining some of the intricacies of obviously people can be overtaken by this ironwood and controlled, and you have seen members of the Lutan clan that have been taken over So I'm assuming that part of that information would come out in the thing. You know that the prisoners that you guys had from the of the Lutan clan were not controlled, but they were. Yeah, they were claiming that they would do.
We would bring them out, right?
Absolutely. I'm assuming that's
this would
that's
be the point to do that. Absolutely. Yeah. Zisa would on top of mentioning the wizard of the Lutan who caused what happened and how he was dealt with, would also mention how he was heavily influenced, possibly even animated by Ironwood, and was most likely more a puppet of means than acting of his own volition. I will also mention about how the Ironwood influence can be ceased and reversed. Now, whether or not Hoder wants to volunteer that they once housed a sliver and is now unafflicted is on them. Zisa will not say that part, but she will say that it is possible, and she has been able to reverse it in the past.
Okay. And with this part of the conversation, I'm assuming that the visit to the island with the Ironwood witches and some of that would come out in the conversation, or would that be kept out of that conversation? It's up to you guys how you would play it.
That was more like just up him if he wants to put it out.
Yeah, so I suppose it is up to you, Blythe. How much would you want to add of that into this story at this point with that? Would you want them to be spooked? There was more going on with control and witches and all of the rest of it at this time, if that makes sense.
Right, so I don't know if it's my internet trying to protect me from not.
I can't hear JD.
Yeah, everything.
I can't hear anyone.
Oh, we're all
I
breaking
hear
up a little bit, aren't we? Oh, yeah. That's unfortunate on that one.
Yeah.
Well, shall we?
She couldn't hear anything anyone said. So.
Okay. Shall we give it a 5-minute break and we'll see if things improve? Does that sound like possible? Let's give it 10 minutes and see how it goes for a few minutes. Let's go to break. Right, we are back. We're just missing one for a few moments, but yes, things should kick back in, and we should be all there. So yes, we're dealing with the initials of the Orn having their petition heard for basically dealing with what happened with the destruction of the Orn. We decided about how the how everything went down with regards to the trying to implicate whether the Lutan are implicated or not. So we're sort of suggesting we are hinting that there may be more going on there, and trying to make an implied that there may have been a grander scheme to bring the Orn down. We have decided on a lot of that. We decided about the Ironwood and how that was going. Zisa has talked about how the Ironwood can be checked or and gotten rid of, and also that it can be controlling and all the rest of it. Blythe, from your point of view, we were at the point where we were. So, how much of the story of the Ironwood witches and what went down there, and the matron, the matron of the Ironwood, how much of that are you trying to, as your position is what you are you trying to get across to this crowd just how dire things are, or is it more that
Yes.
this is the enemy, this is what they're about, and
so
we have
Blythe's
proof
whole
now of
thing
this. Yeah.
is about trying to convince everybody the dangers of what's happening. So I don't see any reason he would keep anything.
No, fair enough. I'm happy with that. So yeah, so because
he'd want to make sure that he would make sure that everybody knows the situation that they're in. Yeah, so things get done about it, not pussyfoot around it, and then to try and save, feelings.
Things. Yeah, no, absolutely. That's fair enough. So all of that will, definitely come to the fore. Yeah, I mean, there are murmurs and whispers as some of this is all going on. The other part of this is basically, we've kind of worked out all of that. I believe at some point that that Yersa would step forward and ask for you to relay as a group the information from your initial travels to the Tower of Kekel, so that there is an understanding of what went on there. How do you guys play the whole scenario of the War clan attacking your group on relieving the tower, if that makes sense, and things like that? Is that played down, or is that how does that come out in the story? Obviously, Sadie is linked to all of this as well, so I'm assuming that she is brought into the conversation a little bit, and that is all played, sort of plays out as well. But is your intention to, as a group, play that down, and that they were misinformed or under the control of Ironwood that has caused this? Are you playing it that in those sort of terms, if that makes sense? Is that my right understanding?
I was under the impression that we were letting them tell their side of the story.
Yeah.
And because coming from them, like the admittance of it would be a less accusatory.
Great. So the way it sort of works out then is you kind of you discuss visiting Kekel and generally that suggesting that there were events that went down during that. What you did find some. I'm assuming you talk about things like the map room with the end of the world, this child that you found there that seems to be from another world, and things like that. I'm assuming those things come out and are brought to the fore more than what happened with the War clan, and you leave that to their petition time, if that makes sense, instead. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Right, I think we're going to need a group skill check here, if that makes sense, to try and do it. So anyone that has diplomacy or feels reasonable on diplomacy,
not me.
I would like you to. I would like at least a few of you to be rolling as a skill check for diplomacy.
I have a plus 13 diplomacy.
Well, that sounds pretty
Zisa
good.
jumps in when magic needs to be
Described,
explained,
yeah.
and pretty much nothing. She
Yeah.
knows where her strengths lie.
And
Yeah.
and with regards to that, Conrad or Zisa would obviously be very obvious that anytime arcane magic is brought up, the crowd is not overly
Absolutely
overly fun.
no reaction from
from her.
Zisa. This has been her life for the past
for a long period.
half decade. Yeah,
She does.
so.
She does understand.
Oh, I'm an expert in diplomacy apparently. So
I'm not.
Well, it's a group skill check, so yeah, at least a couple more should be getting in there, I think, on that one.
I'm not doing that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm not trained in it, surprisingly.
No, that's okay. So yeah, so the
I imagine Frida is the one talking until she points to somebody else talking.
yeah, well, I'm happy with that group because you've got one member of the Lutan clan in there. You obviously got Blythe and his side of the story and trying to impose that, and yourself. So I am happy that goes down. This goes down. I think you get your points across very well. The crowd are kind of expecting some of this to be. They know Ragnarok is coming, if that makes sense. So the crowd is enraptured. Some of the Jarls are more taking it in more intently than others, if that makes sense. But when all of this is sort of comes to an end, the All Jarl will step back up after your words, etc., and she will basically say, "Thank you all for filling everyone in. Clearly, more signs of Ragnarok have been shown. And the Chosen have found many things out and have learned much for us. We understand more of the enemy that is coming, and more that we have to face them in death when the time comes. It is now time for judgments. There will be a vote, and I will allow some of that weight to fall and sway my decision. Should the Lutan clan be brought for consequence for what has happened to the clan Orn? Have they given you sufficient evidence for that to be true? Will there be a show of hands? And none of the Lutan clan's hands go up, but there are a good portion of the assembly do actually raise their hands.
do we have voting power?
You absolutely, yeah. I'm assuming yes is the answer. You can definitely be swaying your votes in there as well. So I'm assuming how many of you raise your hands to that there should be consequences to the Lutan clan for what has happened to the Orn.
Hodor will just look at Boulder. Like, Hodor's not putting his hand up unless Boulder is.
Boulder thinks there should be, but he also doesn't necessarily want to get his clan
Yeah.
against it. I don't think he will put up his.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so the two Lutan clan members do not raise their arms. Okay. How about the rest of you? What would Frida do, Joe? Yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
think.
I've raised.
I can't think that I would because of what's happened with the War Clan. There's going to be comeuppance against both clans otherwise, right? So just everybody's made mistakes. Now everybody knows more.
Interesting.
And Zisa knows that for the most part they were under the influence of the Ironwood. She explained as such. So
Yeah.
she's not going to raise her hand.
Fair enough. Very well.
Router, as the newest member of the Orn clan, what about you?
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, yes.
I don't think the clan should be punished. I think they should be focusing more on the manipulation of the Ironwood.
Very well.
We did sort of subtly put in there that the Lutan leadership might be involved in that, right? Very subtly.
Yeah.
Not accusatory or something. but-
Frida wouldn't have done that. If you wanted to do it, Baldur could have stepped up and said that.
Well, I mean, Baldur rolled a 20 with his diplomacy, so he definitely had some words in that.
100%.
It could be a mention of we need to discuss how the Lutan came in possession of the ironwood, whether it was from an outside source, possibly
Yeah,
internal, things like that kind of thing.
They could have been completely manipulated.
Yeah.
Very well. So yes, with your shows of hands and the crowd, etc., the Aldral looks around at everything for a moment, and she's like, "Very well. It seems that there was deception that has dealt the Lutan clan some issues as well. However, I do not think this will absolve them of all of their position. They are, however, semi-involved in the downfall of the Orn. We will ask that the Lutans will suffer a reasonable punishment. 6,000 gold pieces will be paid to the Orn survivors, and 2 ships will be passed between."
And their Jarl will be stripped of leadership. Who said that?
As that's going on, Oda, she nods and sort of takes this all on board on that one. She says, "Aldral, I ask that one further thing be allowed for our petition, if that would be okay." And the Aldral does concede for a moment on that front. "Our clan has been dealt a powerful blow, but there are many amongst you that have no clan. I now, as the Jarl of my clan, offer you sanctuary within us. Any that will join can become Orn, and we will be stronger together." And there are murmurs around the crowd, especially in the for some of the lesser clans and some of the Varang. "Our ships are docked, and the new ones will join shortly. Seek us out over the next few days and join one of the oldest clans of name. Your past discretions will be forgiven." And then she concedes the floor. The Yrsa the Wisest will take back control and say, "Very well, we have dealt with that for now." And her offer is unusual, but I'm sure of interest to some. Though their clan are diminished, we do note that some of the Chosen have decided to already join their clan. And she points towards Rauder, etc. This is all good for what could be for the coming of Ragnarok. There may be time to rebuild, we do not know yet. Further missions will be needed to figure some of that out. Next, we welcome the War clan. And it's time for you to come forward. And go ahead, Hodo. Yes.
Before we move on from that point,
sure.
When they mention about the few of the Chosen have chosen to move clans, does the Jarl or the Lutan Jarl react? As in, like, does he look to see if us two have left? Does he look excited at the prospects of us leaving?
So that you need to do sense motive. So to do that, that is basically perception, I believe, on your sheet, as far as I'm aware.
Yes. Oh god, I quickly.
The base action macros, I believe, has it as well.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
If it's in the macros, that's great. But yes, learning the right checks. Now we're getting there. But yeah, if you can do sense motive, I believe it will roll secretly, so you won't know how well you've done. But yeah, if you can give it a go and see how you go.
Oh yeah, sense motive. Ooh, I'm good at that. That's lovely.
Okay. Yes, you are supposed to be fairly insightful on that one. Okay. So yes, you do spot, Hodor, that yes, the Jarl does take a quick glance at both of you two. Yeah, he is trying to work it out. You get the sense that because how that whole Orn situation went down, and the fact that you two did not fill them in that there were Lutan prisoners that were going to be coming up for the speech, he has been very, very strongly checking you two out on what's going on. He is trying to guess if you have changed clan. He is also noted you did not put your hands up during the vote. But yes, he is strongly taking you two in. And there are, the best way to put it, he's looking at you guys daggers for what has gone down.
What is the judgment on the prisoners that were brought forward?
They are actually to be passed to the Orn for judgment. They may even have to serve time with them, but it's basically been placed in the Orn's hands, as they are the party that has been dealt with harshly. They probably would have been put to death instantly if it had been the top version of this power change, if that makes sense. But the way the roles have gone, we've gone for a more considered approach to what happens with the Lutan rather than what could have done, if that makes sense.
So if they go to the Orn, do we know what they think of the Lutan leadership at the moment? Did we have that conversation with them?
You would have certainly had talks with them when they were prisoners. You would definitely had a bit of that. I think probably need a sense motive from you on that one as well. So see how Balor did with working that out. This is sort of a role from back when they were prisoners before, I think.
Yeah, because this was something I wanted to do the day before, but I completely forgot.
That's okay. That's all right. We can definitely retroactively bring that that in.
Motive. Okay, not too bad. Private. Oh, this is scary. Okay.
On that front, you definitely got a very, very good sense that he was very much a clan man. You think he was he's a very strong following orders type of person. He does feel duped by what has gone down, obviously, on that front, because they had no idea what the wizard was and what went down. And obviously there was magic involved with befuddling some of them, and especially Madresh, the Dragonborn leader of that group. But yeah, you definitely, he's a clan person through and through. If the Orn were to try and make him confess to something that wasn't true or anything like that, the odds are he would die for the clan before trying to do anything against them, if that makes sense. Died in the war, Dragonborn.
Okay. Before we also, when Holder and Balder are in the middle of doing these insight checks, I think Zisa's gonna try for a little bit of a power move.
Oh, interesting. Okay, what would she go for?
So the entire congregation is here.
Pretty much.
And I think Zisa is going to, because this is subtle, she's going to cast message. And she's actually going to do it not to the head of the Volve, but to the other lady, the half elf.
Okay.
Who seems like she kind of wishes that she had a little bit more to say. That's at least the read that I had last time that we talked to them.
That's definitely true. Yeah, you've had that. I mean, Yersa is the voice of the three. You're talking to the one that was the middle of the group, if that makes sense. Yes, yeah.
The one with middle child syndrome.
The one with middle child syndrome. I never thought of it that way with the Vols, but there we go. Now we're learning something. Yes, it would have been Jirai. Yes, would have been.
Yes. So Zisa will say, "Excuse what could be an intrusion with the arcane, but you know that I can sense Ironwood in those present. Were I to make the request to do so, I may be shut down as I was in the presence of my Jarl in Hullharn. But were the request to come from one of the Volve, we could learn if we have any of the enemy among us. I leave that request in your capable hands." That's all she says.
No problem.
Putting it
no.
out there.
Yeah, I don't know if she would actually respond in the moments to that, but yeah, you know your message made it through as this is happening.
Because Issa just got done explaining like how this works and how she can use the arguably distasteful practice of magic to sense such. So
absolutely, it's certainly a thing. Yeah, the problem being is just your position in their society is the honest truth. Arcane magic,
which is why she didn't want to do it herself. She saw this already fall flat.
That is a very valid move on that one. I do think I'm going to need a roll out of you though. I think you're going to have to make a persuasion roll to see if that has any bearing though. I do think we're going to have to at least do that. I know it's not her.
I know. Zisa's not a people person.
She wasn't built that way, but then she starts talking.
She sure wasn't. She just tells people how it is, and they should listen to her because she's right.
Fair comments, and if that was worked in the real world as well, that would be amazing.
Okay. So I'm looking at. Sorry, I'm looking at the actions to see.
Yeah, there should be a persuasion in there somewhere. I would hope. 1 second.
It's probably just on my sheet.
Apologies. It's diplomacy. Sorry, I'm going down the wrong. You have to go diplomacy when you're doing that type of check.
There's also a there's also an action called make an impression. It's Zisa making an impression on this roll.
You might be surprised to learn this, but it would be the same number, which is not good. So, but I will roll it. Here goes. Oh God, it hit 1, and then I'm sorry, James. Do you actually want this to be like a blind roll?
It's okay. Yeah, well, in this case, but yeah, ideally yes, but yeah, we'll it doesn't matter in this
it landed about as hard as I thought it would. Anyway, she tried.
Yeah,
so,
no,
whatever.
fair enough on that one. There, you do get an uncomfortable sense that she is picking up, obviously, that someone is in her head, and she does stiffen for a few moments, but other than that, there's no other outside showing that anything was happening in those moments. Very well. So with that out of the way then. So yes, the clan has been dealt with. The War clan are up, and basically the All-Jarl takes back the actual major claw and talks for a few moments, but basically she says, the War clan, you now come here. You ask now to be accepted in the inner circle. Yet what reason do you give us? Speak to us now, and let any here who know the deeds and glory of your raiders to speak. And yes, she will take the stand awkwardly. Again, like I said, talking in politics is not her strong point. She is a fighter. She does talk of what went down at the Tower of Keckle and their first understanding of the treachery of Ironwood, and how messages from their god were intercepted and changed that led to what happened at the Tower of Keckle. So she is fairly open with what went down on that one. She explains that she then met with the Chosen once again when they made their way to the Bendor kingdom of Rockpike, and they laid siege for some days until the Chosen turned up, and they caused whatever Ironwood problems with it that were within the kingdom to be solved on that one. This gets a few eyes that the kingdom is still a thing. So it's not. There isn't. Athos doesn't have the glory of ransacking Rockpike to her name when she comes here. Do you guys bear witness to some of these events? How do you guys play this? Is when you're asked to bear witness to what happened with the War clan and whether or not they should be accepted as an inner member of the clans here.
Does she mention the horrible slaughter of the civilians and the hanging?
She doesn't put it in those terms.
Stuff.
Absolutely not. No, it's all put in terms of conquest, glory. We push them back to their main city. It's put in terms that make them look very good from her point of view. This is where how does your bearing witness to the War clan come out in some of these events, if that makes sense?
Hodor would be careful, but he would like to kind of refer to these heinous actions, what he deems as very disrespectful, horrible actions to the dead, essentially in a passive-aggressive way, kind of suggesting that if they did join, would they be ready to respect how we deem the dead should be treated in these kind of things? So making allusions to the fact that they did something that everyone here, all of us, our group, was shocked by. And so it's mentioned because Hodor doesn't want the war here.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
But he doesn't want to be too obvious about that because of our affiliation.
No problem. I'm assuming, Blythe, you would take a stronger position in some of this conversation, if that makes sense. Basically, that they
should be here, and everything they did was for a reason. I would stand.
Snort if you said it like that.
Well, I'm surmising. I imagine that this is happening a bit longer than this. But we were under the illusion that the War clan was completely in the wrong, and we're ready to go to war with them. And then it turned out that all sorts of shit was happening. And they were pretty much in the right, except for, desecrating bodies. But who cares about that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it was pretty okay, that shouldn't be done. But there's bigger fish to fry.
Absolutely, that's fair enough. So you two are definitely on that side. Yeah, go ahead, Jamie.
And I would say as much if it was brought up that that it was a bit things were a bit much, but again there was much bigger things afoot.
Fair enough. So definitely coming out way in favour of them, which as joining the major clan side of things. That's fair enough.
War clan.
Fair enough. The only pointed question that comes out during all of this is when the All-Jarl turns to you, Frida, when information about how the things went on. So she's basically, we understand, if our understanding is correct, then King Senric was spared. May I ask you directly why? And this comes down on your head directly, Frida, if that makes sense as this question. How does Frida play that? Obviously you are evolve, you are of that thing, but it's a pointed question for you in this conversation. How do you think Frida plays it? If plays that off. You don't have to give it to me as a conversation, you do have to give it to me as intent, if that makes sense at least.
We were there for a mission. It was to get rid of the Ironwood, which is what we did. We did not need to kill anyone. There was no need to kill the king.
Yeah, once
why
the
he lives.
once the influence was gone, there was no need for that to occur. That's an acceptable answer.
We had a god behind us in hell who wanted to rid the Ironwood.
And that's been raising eyebrows as you've been talking with the crowd. If that makes sense. Yeah.
Apart from the way that they killed on the way to that camp, Frida would be in favor of the war joining, but more having the god hell on our side and as a closer than she was, I guess.
Oh,
especially in the time of Ragnarok.
No, fair enough.
That's what Frida would argue for.
I do have one last question for you in all of this. If there was ever a time where the raiders would even listen to the possibility of having a alliance with a Bendor kingdom, if it was even going to come up in a conversation, it would probably, this would be that moment, if that makes sense. Will Frida try to suggest that as an idea with Ragnarok coming, that some of that needs to be pushed back?
She'll float the idea.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay.
I mean, will she mention that she is the princess of Savoie Kingdom?
I don't know.
This is that may hold some weight, or it may put a target on your back.
This is around it, but now bringing up that we might have an alliance, I think she would bring it up. Yeah, she would tell them that, and she would try to explain the value of having them as an ally in this time instead of, I don't know if they count as enemies, but adversaries maybe.
I mean they are technically enemies, but it's more that you guys raid them and steal their resources is more than what normally happens. We're going to need some rolls here. Hodor, I'm going to need one from you for diplomacy, for seeing how well what you tried to put across came across. Blythe, we're going to obviously need the same diplomacy from you regarding what you're adding to that story. This is now, instead of being a group skill check, this is more how your points of view came across, and obviously Frida, because of what has your section as well. We have to see how each of these points were sort of came up in when everything that went down.
Okay.
I'm going to use a hero point.
That's probably the time. Yeah, go for it.
I forgot about here. God damn it.
Oh,
We do have those. Son of a. Sorry.
It's okay. We're learning.
I think I'll do it as well.
Yes!
Oh, Frida, what a time to get the crit.
Not letting me roll diplomacy.
I will also, because I did mention this is, as well as the Bendor thing, I'm also sort of helping the War clan as well in that diplomacy.
Oh yeah, this is certainly all part of that conversation because it's all interlinked.
That's better.
On that front. Okay, damn. So yes.
Okay, just Hodor.
Hodor left.
It's not letting me click.
Are you happy if I roll it for you?
That's 58 against whatever Hodor rolls against us.
It's definitely
Hodor's 1 or whatever the hell it's gonna be. Yeah, I can't roll it. So
I think the War clan are bad.
Again, Frida isn't so much with the War clan; she's more with having the god.
No, but you're certainly
on our side.
Even Blythe is at that sort of thinking as well. Like he's got his allegiances to his clan, and he's also seen the atrocities that happened. But he is very much for the god, being on our side.
Fair enough. Yeah, you have a very low diplomacy overall, but
wow, +1 though. That's
good
really
roll
good.
for you. Yeah.
yeah, I I look like a walking corpse. No one's gonna.
There are some
I don't
downsides.
like that one guy's
Yeah,
gonna
Zisa
take
and
me
yourself
down,
do have
yeah.
some downsides when it comes to some of that. That's definitely true. Yeah, it is partially overlooked what happens with the Bendor Kingdom's people being killed in such a way. They are Bendor after all. Yeah, you are the most unusual thing that happens during that whole thing, Frida. That the fact that this possibility of an alliance is unheard of, and that does set the crowd going as this is going on. You can see the All-Jarl is completely disinterested as that comes up. However, what does happen is that Yrsa does sort of perk up and does say at that point, the Bendor Kingdoms have always been an outsider to us. But it would be negligent of us in this time to not look to what possibilities may come when the time of Ragnarok is upon us. We will all be facing the end of days, including them. Frida has spoken well, and her background makes her unique amongst all of us for this. The Volve will stand behind her on this point, and that does get the ire of the All-Jarl in the moment as this is going on. And we will help her petition for this possibility. There will be a mission that was sent with the Volve's backing. So, yeah, the Volve have definitely put their weight behind you, Frida, for making that possibility happen. The All-Jarl, you can tell by the way she was acting, was not overly inclined to the idea, even with such a good speech, if that makes sense.
But she thinks us dying and would be helpful.
Yes.
I have no reason. So.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct on that front. So yes, the way the War clan has played out, then they are given their place amongst the group. They are going to be allowed to join as one of the major clans rather than bearing witness as a lesser clan. They have not gained as much glory as they possibly could have done, but yeah, they are now a voice and a vote where they would not have had one in this assembly of any strength before. So yes, they are on the increase in power as things are happening here on this one. With those two major petitions over with, the Volve and the All-Jarl call for a break. At this point, a few hours of talks have been underway. There has been some merriment and drinking going on. Yeah, many people have been semi-celebrating the day, and you are, you've basically are free to mingle in amongst people at the Drift Hall for a little while before the afternoon's petitions would continue, if that makes sense, as to what's the next steps with the Drift Hall, if that makes sense. Is there anyone or anything that you guys would be up to in this sort of break? Obviously, drinking is offered, and certainly you can approach anyone in particular that you wish, or anything like that in these times, if that makes sense.
It's like the House of Commons.
It is like the House of Commons, isn't it?
Amazing.
The Drift Hall, House of Commons, yes, but you have every clan here, different members.
Order.
a little bit.
Order.
Baldur and Hodor, do you guys avoid the Jarl of the Lutan during the break, or do you confront him at all during any of that, or how does that play out during the break? He doesn't seem to seek you out, but do you avoid or do you confront?
If he does not seek us out, I don't think Baldur will go in.
Yeah.
He would, however, maybe like to have a chat with the Orn lady.
The leader of the Orn, Oda. Yes, yeah, you certainly You can certainly seek her out. She is certainly amongst them all, and she.
Hodor would come with you. He doesn't want to be on his own, just in case some lieutenant comes up to him. He needs support.
He will offer her.
The lieutenant chosen. Back again.
I'm not sure about chosen, but I am a mighty serpent thrower, as you might have heard.
That story has already started to circulate. That is most amusing.
Well, I would like at some point to have a chat about the prisoners that are assigned to your duty, coming from our ship and coming from my clan.
No, that won't be a problem. You will always be welcome as some of the heroes that did bring many of our people back. It is interesting how things played out with your clan. I noted you guys didn't vote for stronger reparations against them, but your story did hold true, so I have to at least thank you for that.
If it were in my power, I would do more, but I do not wish to have my clan against me.
Clan bonds are very strong, I do understand.
Yes, do I understand it correctly that my clansmen will be judged by you in some way?
They will. However, their story has been openly discussed here at Drift Hall, and there does at least seem to be some coercion that has gone on. This will be noted. To be honest, I believe they will serve us for a while, but I am not inclined to put them to death. That wouldn't go down well with the politics of Drift Hall right now.
If they would be spared and given a good, maybe not a home, but maybe a good, and given good treatment, I would see it as a personal favor, maybe, kind of.
Oh, you can make a persuasion check on that one.
I would offer aid. But
If you'd voted the other way, maybe it would have been easier.
Yeah.
Diplomacy. Sorry, I keep saying persuasion. Diplomacy check, please.
I mean, I'm pretty good at that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Okay, here we go.
But even achieve.
I never should say I'm good at that.
You jinxed your roll. In the moment.
It's like what say when Conrad explains his really cool
move.
You know what?
Then,
I still have 2 left. Hero points. Let's go.
There you go. Wait, a few left? Have you used one yet or no?
I had
no,
3.
they always.
We only have one at the beginning of every season.
It resets at the beginning of every.
You gotta
every
use them or lose them.
Unfortunately, so
okay.
no.
Well, I'll still use it, but I don't know how to get rid of them off the sheet.
Just right click on it.
Better.
Definitely better on that one. Very well. We will take that under advisement. I am inclined to see how they are as a liaison between the Lutan clan and ourselves. Perhaps that will give them some time with their own clan, and they may feel less hard done by the hardships that we will put them under. They will work, but there will be some leniency.
I would be very grateful of that.
Hodor nods next to him.
And if you were so inclined to say that, it is because we gave you a favor, that would also be, useful if they know who to thank for their good treatment. But
can I ask you a more personal question?
Yes, please do.
the Jarl and yourself and your brother, it was obvious that there is some tension there. Is there anything to that, or is there just distaste?
There might be, although for personal reasons I will refrain from speaking of this in such a public manner. But maybe we can talk about it, I don't know, over drinks or something.
I would be interested in that, yes. You know where we are. Seek us out at some point. And she sort of nods and carries on with the drinks. And this all happens in polite sort of company as people are mingling. And has that one certainly does occur without problem. Any other conversations that are had during this sort of drift hall break, if that makes sense? Anything else that anyone else is seeking out?
I think Frida would just... I'm assuming she's pretty much met all the Jarls before.
There certainly most of them have been. You would have been to Drift Hall at least twice, probably once or twice before over the years, if that makes sense. Probably at least once. So yes is probably at the last Drift Hall. That would have been plausible, if that makes sense. Obviously, the War clan being here is different. But yes, you would have certainly
pay my respects to the Jarls.
Generally meet.
Generally try to mingle.
Fair enough. No problem on that one. Anyone else up to anything else? I'm going to bear that one in mind, Frida, because that does have an implication. But anyone else have anything else that will be going on during all of this sort of time?
Nothing specific.
Yeah, I think Zisa would just be, unless someone approaches her, I think she would just be doing her own thing.
Yeah.
Can I have a look to see who the War have, if the War has tried to talk to any specific clan, because I would assume after being invited into this circle, my first port of call would be networking. So I just want to see who they've chosen as their first port of connections.
And yes, fair enough. You can give me a sense motive and just see how much you've picked up on what the main clan members of War have been up to. Okay, yeah, you are eagle-eyed like a hawk when it comes to what went on with this one. It becomes very obvious that Athos has been having conversations with the Orn, basically because of where their ships have been docked. They've probably they've been easier to access as that has been going on. However, there does seem to be a bit more time is actually spent with the Risa clan leader. So Jarl Hodis, the tall folk woman, they do seem to be more discussions with them than most. So their links in seem to be the Orn and the Risa clan as initials. Some of that makes sense. The Risa clan, you know less about that. Yeah, but there may be some commonality there. That's absolutely true. Fair enough. I'm going to say then, by the sounds of it, Frida, you're certainly on watch, and Blythe, because of the way that you're sort of saying that you're sort of sitting back during all of this, I'm going to ask that the two of you both of you will give me a perception check, please, of what's going on.
That's in the way. Now, what is perception? Where can I find this?
It's underneath armor class.
It's on the left.
Yeah, it's on the red banner on your sheet.
Yeah, it's on the left.
Oh, it wasn't on my sheet. It was on skills. Okay.
Cool.
Yes, it is in a slightly it's in slightly odd place.
Well, Okay.
Would Zisa as well, because she's also sitting back.
That's true. Sorry, yeah, Zisa, yeah, you have been. You are sitting back as well. Apologies. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's on me. Yeah, you can definitely.
I'm just
It's a
trying
very.
to get our
It's a
our
very
roles
valid.
up.
It's a very. It's a very valid. It's a very valid point on that one.
Okay. I don't know what's that.
It says there is no active encounter.
Oh yeah, you. It's above the initiative. So
Did you click the
perception.
initiative one?
Oh,
Gotcha.
I was doing the initiative one too.
Yeah. No, it's just a little.
Oh, that'll do.
Oh
28.
damn. Okay, yeah.
Ooh.
Blythe is good on that front.
That's 14.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, Ranger.
It's my
gonna be-
thing.
It's going to be his. It's going to be his thing as this is going on. So there are many horns of mead being handed out amongst the raiders. There are lots of story tales being told in the air. But what catches your eye, Blythe, is a certain member of Clan Nattle. This guy seems to, in your mind, slightly shiftily slope off out of the main entrances of the drift hall and start making their way off, and then they start to the last moments you spot them, they're at a run.
Can I follow?
You can. Do you fill anyone in those moments to follow, or do you go on your own?
I don't think I don't feel like I'd have time.
Did you say they're on a run? They start running?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, because I think I'd get straight on Irwen, and she's a lot faster than I am. So
I don't know if you would have your wolf in the drift hall. I'm so sorry, matey.
She's playing with the other wolves. Leave her alone.
I would be very surprised you had her here.
I will absolutely just run off myself then. I mean, I don't think I got time. I don't think I have time to
So
send anyone.
me and Frida don't see what Blythe saw, but do we see Blythe
Frida-
run off?
Yeah, you may see me. Yeah.
Frida,
I'm sort of away, so
yeah, Frida, that's too low. But I will give you, Zisa. You spot with an 18. You spot not what happens with that guy, but you do spot Blythe. I'm assuming taking off at pace, Blythe would probably be the best way of putting it.
Yeah.
So then,
I think what would happen. Sorry, I think what would happen is I would start because I think he looks dodgy.
Absolutely.
I would start following him before he ran, and then when he ran, I would absolutely just run after him.
Okay, fair enough. No problem.
So then Zisa would cast a message to Blythe as he was running away and say, "What is it?"
Like dodgy guy. Looks. What would I say? Like
What?
something's
Something's amiss. Yeah.
something's amiss. Yeah.
As the other thing, last part of that you can give Zisa in the moments is he's running off towards the Halhan boats. And he is a member of Clan Nattle. It's all looking odd as this is going on. Zisa, how does that play out with you? Do you fill anyone else in?
Zisa, as soon as Blythe starts, she will follow, cast that, and then when Blythe relays that part of the message, she will then cast message again to Herolf to let him know, but then instantly is going to follow Blythe.
Fair enough. Herolf would probably tap as many of you as he can relatively quickly. So I think eventually over a few moments, the rest of you would be aware enough. I believe basically the way it would work out, Blythe and Zisa will be getting to whatever's going on first. And then Frida, Raudor and Baldor and Hodor, you would all be able to make your way a couple of rounds later is probably the best way of putting it as this is going on.
Hodor.
So yes. So when we're going to go to break in a few moments, but what we'll do is we will just take you through to the Halhan Helm skip for a moment, and we will activate that.
Did you know?
Someone's going to set boats on fire.
So yeah, obviously all of you are here just to make things a little easier for seeing what is what is.
Iwen
Oh, I knew it.
here though.
Iwan will not be here. That's true. That we will disconnect. all of
My bird would be here though, right?
yes, that would definitely be plausible as this
sure
is going on. But
You've
what
got,
we will
like, a
have,
ranger whistle.
what we will have is as you guys come running along, you see the doors of the Halhan Helmskip are literally blown, smashed open, and on the other side there is this guy at the far end of this space now. There is some sort of strange portal beside him. There is fire brimming from his hands, and parts of this ship are already starting to burn as you come running through the door. And he will turn. The rest of you are 2 rounds behind all of this, and the last thing that happens to you two as this is going on is like you hear him yell something out, and he says, "All shall burn in fire," as the 2 of you will be enveloped in a fireball. And we will.
Oh, great!
We will deal with that when we come back from break.
I'm immune to fireballs, so it doesn't really
Well,
matter.
we will come to that, and the others will be joining you for that battle. But yeah, we will be going into a fight in the Halhan Helmskip when we return. So let's go grab a quick drink and go from there. So let's go to break. All right, everyone. So yeah, we are back. We are here at the Hullharn Helmskip, and Blythe and Zisa have rolled in on whatever is going down in these moments with the with this member of the Natal clan. He has basically just said death to all, and everyone is rolling some initiative. Obviously, only Blythe and Zisa are going to be in the first round, and then the others will join after. I'm going to say 2 rounds. I think we have to go 2 rounds because of what's of how that played out.
On a 13 rolled to a 5.
We're all rolling really well.
And just Jess for Hodor, and then we can do it. I will change to. I think we might need something a little bit more upbeat than where we are for some combat here. But
why is it not rolling for me?
oh no! Do you want me to roll it for you for a second?
Yeah, everything on the. It just doesn't like me. I don't know what's wrong with this.
Oh, okay. Let's let me give that a go for a moment. Where's the initiative on the sheet? It is that one, isn't it? Okay, let's give that a go for you. Let's see how you're gonna do.
Before we start, what are the ways you can gain hero points again in this game?
Like being cool.
Being cool.
Yeah, James needs to like you.
Yeah, spend an every hour. It gives me a reminder to dish one out as well and things like that. So there is a bit of that. But yeah, rule of cool sort of does kick in sometimes. That's definitely true.
Okay.
Hodor did pretty well actually when I rolled him in. Okay, we are going to begin, and yes, as I sort of suggested, he would yell out as you guys come. I'm going to have it so that you guys come running in the door as all this is going on. You can see there is some sort of strange little portal that has opened up. There is little flame beings flapping or flying around a little bit, hovering in the space. He is there, and he basically just he just yells out death to all, and he will attempt to use he pulls something from a necklace around his neck and then chucks it towards you, and it turns into a little bead of light and heads in your general direction. Let's see how that is going to do. So we are going to we're going to need a reflex save from you both. The DC is wrong because I've had to build this into the guy, but if you guys can give me a basic reflex save, and we'll see how you guys are going to do.
Just the ones in the flame.
Just those two, yeah. They're the ones wandering through the door right now. Yeah, you guys might hear
There we go.
Oh damn! So you're going to be halving that 25 damage on that one, Zisa, for definite. And
I got it now. I got it. Reflex save.
And you can halve it as well with a 21, Blythe. So yeah, both of you will take half the 25, and he yells that out. He has done most of what he's going to do as he starts to move over. Basically to get a better view from in the middle of the space as his third part of his movement. Next on the list, Blythe, you are next to react to all of this as this is all happening in the moment. So you're just dusting yourself off from the flames in the moment, and then
why I got difficult terrain going on?
You shouldn't. There shouldn't be. No, and that must be just.
Oh, is it 3 different things?
Not seeing.
So I'm going. I go into when I get to 15 feet. It's blue, and then it goes to orange.
That seems very short. Yeah. It must be your speed set wrong, but yeah.
What type of armor are you wearing? Because I know armor.
I have 20 feet, and I'm on full plate.
Yeah, you're on base land speed of 25. Yeah, so it's wrong for some reason to you, Blythe, but you can move. You move your 25. Obviously, you can move. You have 3 actions, obviously, so you can move 3 times if you wanted to.
So my speed is 25 feet.
That's correct. Yeah, that makes sense. That's the
Right,
default.
okay.
That's the default in Pathfinder. Yeah.
They have to be 5 feet different.
But you can have, obviously, you can use all 3 of your actions to move if you want. You don't have
I
to.
don't need to do that.
No, but you have the option, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I'll I want to attack the main guy. Yeah, there he is.
Yep, so you
I
just
go for
target him up, and then away you go.
So I get. Just going for it.
Yeah, why not? 28.
Okay.
You hit by 3. So, yeah, you will be able to roll damage on that one. I'll roll that for you for the moment when you have the sack. So you will do 7 damage to him in the moments as your bolt hits true. That's 2 actions down.
That should be plus your modifier, though, right? That damage. All of my damage is plus.
Yeah, because it should be normal plus whatever the acid damage was, I guess. But I think I had acid bolts.
No,
instead of-
it should be 1d8 plus your dex. Because all of mine, even the dagger is 1d8 plus.
Yeah,
2d4 plus my.
Something's
strength.
not right with that bow on that front. Okay, well we'll have to add it. We'll have to add. Yeah, it's supposed to be doing extra acid damage, but and you've put the acid arrows in there, but that didn't come through. So we'll have to roll that. We'll have to roll that separately and sort of add that in. Yeah, so we'll have to add.
Has it got anything to do with like the fact it's bulk 2 or hands 1 or whatever the hell things?
Possibly, but we'll have to work that out on that front. Yeah, I can't see it in the moment, but
Are you over encumbered? Is that why you're getting difficult terrain as well?
Oh, I don't know.
yeah,
I
you're
don't know.
max bulk
You're
14.
carrying too much.
Is it because I got 498 gold pieces?
Yeah, possibly. There's a bit of weight. There's bulk 2 on your armor. Yeah, I'm not seeing it, but yeah, must be something that's making you encumbered on that front. I'm just gonna you've got about 500 gold. We're gonna just ditch that just in case for a moment.
Yeah, it should be 1d8 plus 5 for your dex.
So we'll have to add the extra 5 in for now, and we'll have to figure it out afterwards. We'll have to play with your one and see why it's not doing it.
But it says max bulk 14. Like that's not.
Yeah, it's not that,
not
is it?
Encumbered either. Yeah.
There must be, but
What
something's
is
not
your
added up.
encumbered number?
14.
Yeah,
but
this is like
I'm
an
You're
8.
numbered 14? Jeez Louise. Okay.
So it's 10 plus strength.
Yeah, well, we'll have to rebuild
There's a
that. We'll have to
mental
rebuild that, but for now, I'll have to add an extra 5 to each of these sort of attacks as you
Okay.
go. Are you going to go for another? Are you going to go for another
I
one?
can attack twice with my Majigger.
Yes, but you have to use the second. On your character sheet, you can see the attacks have got first strike and a second strike number, so you get a plus 15 the first time, and then a plus.
Oh no! What I mean, one of my things is I attack twice at normal.
Oh, okay, right. Yep. Then then
Nice.
you don't.
But
then
I
you
don't know where that is. It's gone.
Oh, okay. I trust that you do have something that says that.
Called
It's under a feat.
Flurry,
It's
maybe?
gonna. It's gonna be under
Flurry
one.
of blows, but for ranger.
Ranger
shot.
Flurry. Your multiple attack penalty for attacks against your. No, that's my hunted stuff.
Ranger weapon expertise. Yeah.
It's
We'll
fine.
trust
We
you for
believe
now.
you.
Yeah, which we believe you for now on that one. And then we'll have to go through your sheet a little more and prove it.
No, maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe I'm getting confused. I'm just gonna attack at the one lower. Just
Okay,
to
and then we'll
be safe.
we'll figure it out between session. Then no problem.
It did not roll. Oh right, because I got it. Oh shit.
Is it hunter shot or twin takedown?
I don't know. I'm sure I just like when I was building it, it was just one of the things I picked up
Fair enough.
remember.
We'll double check it, but for now anyway. Yeah. So the first shot hits true. The second one not so much in the moments as that's happening.
Okay.
That is your 3 actions. Hodor, you're not having anything this round. The Mephits are moving about. They are going to start making their way over. They're just basically doing movements to make their way over to what's going on. So that's all happening there with those 2. Make sure that's the right one. It was. Baldor, nothing happening with you. Frida, 0. Raudor, 0. Zisa, you do get to respond before another one of these Mephits starts to move.
Okay, this portal back here.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have a reaction that lets me recognize a spell, but the trigger is a creature within a line of sight casts a spell that I don't have prepared or in my repertoire. This now, since this has been cast, can I still use that or no?
Yeah, no, I think it sounds like that's a reaction to someone casting something in the moment, if that makes sense from the way that reads.
Okay, so that means that I think to recall knowledge about what this portal is, that would be an action, right?
Yes, yeah, it would be. Yeah, you could do an Arcana or something along those lines.
That's annoying. Okay, I want to know what this portal does. So I'm going to use an action to recall knowledge using Arcana.
Okay.
Zisa tries to remember something.
Okay, fair enough. On that one, you have a plus 14 to that number. You have done, yeah. You recognize, you don't know the spell per se in the moment, but you would say that is some sort of a gateway that is letting things through from somewhere else. So, yeah, you're pretty sure that there may be more things on the other side of that gateway. It's hard to tell, but this is something that would have to be prepared and triggered to open a gate between spaces.
Good enough. Let's go ahead and get rid of it. I'm going to cast a spell magic.
120 feet on that one. That is absolutely fine. Yeah, he has no way of stopping you in the moment. He is not that kind of guy. As this is going on.
Zisa's 2 index fingers become encircled in a tattoo that has always been there, but doesn't get seen until she uses it, and she just slashes it across her body and says, "No."
And the spell, whatever that gateway was, fizzles in the moments and disappears. Your 2 actions. So that's 2 actions to dispel magic. So
well, I also used an action to recall knowledge.
Yes, so that is your 3. That is
if
fair.
If we'd like to call it 3, we can call it there. But I figured that,
yeah,
that was important. To
that
stop
is
whatever else
that is very valid. That you are stopping whatever is going on between the spaces on that one.
Oh, there we go. Sorry,
found it. Well done. There we go. Okay, cool. So you get
anyway,
2.
Carry on. Sorry,
That's okay. No problem.
That's okay. Actually, I do have something else I can do with Action Economy, if that is okay.
Sure. Yeah. If you've got
one,
what
go ahead, grab my crystal, drain bonded item. That way, I don't use that spell slot.
Oh, nice. Okay. Cool. Yes, there are some free actions. Not many, but there are a few in the games. Brilliant. Okay. This one is going to be heading for the wizard. So let's see how that one is going to do. Its overall movement here is going to be that. So, okay. These are just going to be moving. He can get to there in the time. Right. That is all done. Top of the turn order. This guy, he is going to... produce flame, and he is going to set more of the ship on fire. So he's going to set off another set of flames going on. and he is moving around, starting to light more and more of the boat as this is going on. So he's going to do as much damage with that as he can in the initial moments. How many times can he do that? 1 second. He can do that once a thing. So yeah, he starts letting off magic, and actually, the way you would see it happen, it looks like he goes to some sort of pouch that he has, like a pocket, and he pulls out some sort of strange little gem, cracks it, and throws it on the ground, making more fire as he's moving around. He is done for this round. Blythe, round to you.
So I remember in Pathfinder you don't get a disadvantage for long shots next to you, do you?
No, you don't have any of that going on. I don't believe that's true.
Okay. Then I will. I will ignore them
Oh, interesting. Okay.
and attack the main guy still.
Okay, go for it.
Remember, potentially not a lot of things have attack of opportunity in this either.
That is
So
true.
moving away
You
is-
can move freely, probably. Yeah, you got a good chance.
I don't really feel like I need to.
Yeah,
If,
fair enough.
If they
Yeah.
want to attack me, they're going to attack me, aren't they? So,
Mhm.
should I hunt them? No. I will just shoot him twice with my hunted shot.
Okay, go for it. Yeah, target mountain.
That was right, didn't it? That made sense. Like,
It-
I made
it does,
two shots
yeah.
increase a certain. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
26.
Oh, hang on. What does it say there? Sorry. Yeah. At the end, that end line. Apply your multiple attack penalty to each strike normally on haunted shot. So yeah, your second shot does have to have the lowered number, if that makes sense, of the second.
Well, what's the point of it then?
You
Uh,
get
just-
to attack 4 times in a
Yeah,
turn,
you can
basically.
get to make an extra attack.
Yeah, because it only takes one action.
Yeah.
yeah, but your attack penalty goes down each time, so they get harder and harder to make. But you could get 4. But
on the third one, it's just the third
Yeah,
one. It doesn't
correct.
go
it can't go any lower. Than
So
that.
I could attack. Does that mean I could attack 6 times?
I think it's
Two
once
shots.
per turn you can only use that.
I think
So then I would take two attacks with strike 15,
Oh yeah.
and then potentially one attack with plus 10, one attack with plus 5.
I'm not sure, because it definitely says apply your multiple attack penalty to each strike normally.
Yeah, so only your
First one would be it.
So
Yeah.
first one would be 15, second would be 10, and then the subsequent would be 5. All of the buttons after that would be 5.
Yeah,
Uh,
we have to look into this a bit more on that one. That does sound a bit off, but maybe it's too powerful the other way around.
Yeah, it just seems like pointless then. Like, if you
Yeah,
would, like-
I'm with you. I do agree. I'm not entirely sure, but we
Well,
must be
would
missing
the-
something to it.
Yeah, would the hunted shot mean you take 2 quick shots and you use the second? But then if you took a third shot, would that also use the second?
Yeah, maybe.
2 strikes against your prey.
Apply your multiple attack penalty to each strike normally.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm not with it on that one for now. But yeah, it sounds very weak source, but maybe it's too powerful the other way around. But I
mean,
don't.
it's basically the exact same wording as Flurry of Blows.
But it also doesn't say that it's once per turn, so I think you're right. You
it-
could potentially
it
do
does.
6 attacks.
it
Yeah.
does. If you look it up, it says frequency once per round.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
Hmm.
that doesn't.
Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't ring. Doesn't ring.
Pathfinder.
But
You
yeah,
still get an extra attack though, so it's still an extra.
yeah, but at
Extra hit.
a higher penalty. But okay, so Blythe, yeah,
It's
so
because it's a
26,
flourish.
26 will definitely hit
Flourish can only
on that one.
be utilized once.
So it's going to be 2 + 5 on the damage front. So I will add that.
Fair.
Add that for now. That's your first attack. You can go for your second.
So I take the second one at a +10, but it still counts as one action.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then I guess that's okay. It's a 14 though.
No, fair enough. So that's a miss on the second.
Great. That's a critical miss, which means what? I
you
actions
lose-
the two.
So you still have one action.
Yeah,
left.
you lose an action. Yes, yeah. But you still have one more.
Okay.
Yeah, this is where we're learning critical misses and all the rest of it.
Wow, it's a really good job. I took a ranger with all these animal companion features.
Well, in this fight, yeah, you're not the luckiest. But let's put it. It will have time. It will
What
have
about
time.
ambush tactics? Does that help?
You don't have your animal. Zisa doesn't have any attacking spells.
You were in a diplomacy situation, so yeah, you are getting caught out. That is definitely true.
I've got nothing else to do but attack, really. So I'm just going to just
then
attack
go for
him.
it. There, go for it.
Why not?
Gang, I'm also not exaggerating. I have one cantrip that does damage. That's it.
Fair
there
enough.
we go. Look,
It was
a
close.
miss at 22.
Yeah. You missed, but only not by too much, if that makes sense. But then again, remember movement, guys, because you can flank things and bring down their arm. Yeah, but you're gonna be able to do more when there's more people here on the next round. So, moving down the rolls, we will go to the Mephits. They are going to attack Blythe first of all, so we're going to target him. And then it's going to try and jaw strike you. Let's see how it's going to do. And it looks like that will be a hit, and you'll be taking that damage there for 10, I believe.
Are you applying the damage, James?
No, you can blind, or I always leave it to you guys for that. But can you see that? Can you see the numbers are there already on the?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can just click the damage from there, and
Yeah,
it will do it. So it's fairly swift. It will do its second attack at the lower roll. Let's see how it's going to do. And it critical misses, loses its last action. So that is all done.
That's what you get, Meth.
Exactly.
That's what you get.
The second one,
Delightful.
that one will target you as well. It's going to do its first strike. See how it's going to do. And the first strike will hit, and that will be another 10 to Blythe. It will attempt its secondary attack and see how it's going to do. And critical miss, losing its second attack. And that is all done. Moving down the list, these guys are not here on this round, but Zisa, you are here this round. So what are you up to?
All right. Zisa is going to, again, and I'll remember to do it before my turn this time, because I'm a Universalist wizard. I can actually do this once per spell level, so I'm going to drain my crystal some more so that I can cast a level 3 spell without expending a slot. And time slows. The flames start to billow just ever so slightly, as opposed to as Zisa traces a circle in the air and then taps the back of her hand where there is what looks like a sundial, and she's gonna cast Time Jump.
What?
Zisa is gonna get 2 actions to burrow, swim, fly, whatever. In this case, she's going to stride twice. So she
it's
is
like
going
to be like creepy in a blink of an eye. She's in another place. Yeah.
Yep, she is just going to appear. So 5, 10, 15, 20. She goes to there, regards this Mephit whose wings are batting just like ever so slowly. She's going to regard it with disinterest. And 5, 10, 15, 25. 25 to there? Question mark? Hang on. I need to see if this works.
That's okay.
No, not to there. Sorry, I need to go back to where I was because I need to remath this. Was
That's
I
okay.
there?
That's it. Yes, I think you were. That looks about right.
5, 25. Better. Okay. So Zisa, Blythe, you just see Zisa up here, standing on top of this table. And then Zisa will reach to her wrist. That was one action, by the way. So with the other 2 actions, she's going to use this bracer, the bracelet with like an ostentatious, like sapphire, which is the frost ring that the giant used on us. And she is going to cast Cone of Cold.
Oof. You're going big.
Because she needs to put out these flames.
That's fair enough.
That's awesome.
That is pretty cool.
I'm going to. I can't. Why is it not turning? I can't turn it.
Middle mouse button turns it in theory.
I'm doing that, but it's not doing anything. The scroll button is what you're talking about?
Yeah, the scroll in the middle should.
Scroll.
Nope. I just placed it sideways. Help.
Okay, 1 second.
Help me.
Let's see if I can move that template for you. 1 second.
Okay, and it needs to come from me, please.
Yeah, like
and then
there.
If you could just turn it to catch all of the flames and also that fucker.
Fair
there
enough.
we go. So I'm going to put out all his flames, and then I'm also going to ice him.
That makes perfect sense. Okay, so he is going to have to make a reflex save. Let's see how he's going to how that's going to go down for him on that front. He succeeds, so he will. I think that will be taking half damage, but you're still encasing him in ice in the moments as that whole cone of cold plays out. And yeah, that is a perfect way to put out the flames. That is a really good play. Yeah, I will remove those out of the picture as he's like stunned by arcane witch.
As a free action, she will say, "You dabble where I am a master."
Okay. We will continue on then. Next on the list, the Mephit behind you will attempt to make its way over. It can get to you, so that is after one action. It will attempt to bite you. Let's see how it's going to do. So first strike, let's see. It's a low roll. It is a miss, so it will miss. It's got one last it can try, but that's at a lower rate. Let's see how that's going to do. And again, miss. So yeah, with all of that going on, Zisa, this fire creature can't get near you because of the wisps of cold or something that's going on around you in the moments as we come back round to the top of the turn order. Nar will see all of this. He has been hit by the cold, and he will say, "The arcane be damned!" And then he grabs from around his neck and another little bead in the moments, and it's coming your way, Zisa, as he's going to cast a fireball directly at you on this table. See if he can burn you out.
Arcane be damned, uses magic immediately.
Yeah.
What a hypocrite!
How hypocritical! Absolutely. Doesn't count his magic items as being arcane on that one. Yeah. So Zisa, you can make a reflex save against that on that one. So a 23, that is good enough. So you will halve the damage from the fireball. He is done with that, and he will come. He's a coming running. And as he is making a beeline for you in the moments. He is done. Blythe, round to you.
Okay. So I'm still attached to him, so I will do my attack thing.
Mm-hmm.
So one attack at 15.
That is damn good. You can roll the standard damage for that, no problem.
Oh.
And I will add the 5 to that, so that will be 6 total.
So is that 5, and then is that 5 just my dex?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's your dex.
Because I got the acid as well, which is 1d4.
1d4. Can you roll 2 1d4s? Because we'll have some of the ones that hit last time as well. So we can add a bit more in for Blythe here. Yes, thank you. Because I'm not seeing it. So, but thank you on that one.
7.
So I will add that damage in on him as well.
You might have an option to add that D4.
I'm
it
sure
does
I'm sure it is, but we'll get it
So
there.
when I press damage, that misses unfortunately, so I can't actually do it. But
you should be able to turn it on.
no,
if
it
it's
does. It says label like acid damage add, and it just doesn't do anything.
No, so there's something's not right there, but
that's
we can
where
roll
your
it.
dex should be as well. I don't know why it's. Not
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll fix it. We'll fix it next time. So your two actions in, or
one action.
one action in, but two attacks down.
I don't think I can hit him with.
Well, yeah, that's
Have we worked out what his AC is between us?
Not yet.
no. The only thing I would say he does seem to be surrounded in some sort of wood material, if that makes sense. His skin looks odd.
The lowest that's hit so far is 26, if that helps.
You do have
26.
other action types. You can also flank him and all of that to bring down his AC. There are things you can do. There are
Demoralize him.
demoralizing is a thing. Yeah,
Whoop.
yeah. Creating diversions is another thing. There are
I'm
there
going
are. a few.
to double run then.
Double dash.
Double dash
Mhm.
to behind him.
Yeah. So you're going to start flanking. Okay.
Whee!
Yep. No problem.
go.
That's your movement done. Hodor, you are next to arrive. So what we have is I'll have it that you appear running in the door cinematically in the moments. You see these fiery creatures that seem to be moving around. Cisa has one next to her. There is a man that is sort of being semi-flanked by Blythe in the moments.
Okay, well, I am incredibly flammable as a being, so this is lovely.
Many beings are.
I don't even have to go any closer than that. I just want to use the spell, so I'm going to.
Just remember to target whoever you're going for.
That guy is there, so let's do this. I'm guessing all of you are too distracted to watch this, but why does nothing work on my sheet? It does not let me click.
You assign the sheet.
Yeah, I'm on the sheet and everything. Let me see if.
Hang on, yeah, let's
It's
just
weird,
check.
isn't
Let's
it?
just check that is configure ownership. Let's see what Jess is. Jess is the owner of that sheet, so that should be.
Oh, okay. So if I had it on pop out so that it was
Oh,
available, it doesn't work when it's on pop out.
so
This
that's
is what I've
pop
learned now.
out. Pop out's
Duly
causing
noted.
the problem.
Okay. So, what you see, if anyone watches, is Hodor kind of like smacks his chest and a hollow sound kind of appears, and his jaw slightly unhinges like a snake's. And then, if anyone knows their insects, like a bunch of like corpse fauna will like fly out of his mouth. So things like moths, larvae, bottle flies, and things like that. All kind of creatures that feed off corpses and come out and lay eggs inside of them. Come out and attack.
This is the most disturbing thing that's ever happened inside the whole Han.
What's your diet like? God damn.
don't like it.
They fly towards the both of them, but I think it only hits.
So you're aiming for the first of these mephits? Is that what?
About you evoke the shape. Okay, yeah, it does say
30-foot
a
cone.
creature, but it's a 30-foot cone. But I don't know if that means one person. But both of them would be in it if it was a cone.
No, it just says a creature that fails, so it's
Yeah,
however many.
Okay,
creatures
so
it
yeah,
is.
we can you can definitely
resects.
you can definitely get them
Reflex.
both in, so that's no problem. Okay, so they're both going to do a reflex saving throw. Let's see how they're going to do in the moments on that front. And it looks like there was definite fails going on, and yeah, they will be taking some major damage from this thing.
They are also both sickened.
Okay, so yeah, we can.
Aren't we all?
We're all,
Yeah.
aren't we all by that whole thing? So I think I should be able to do that. Yes, I can drag it from the sheet. They are both sickened 1, and then they will be taking 16 points of damage. That is not. Sorry, 12 points of damage by the looks of it here on that one. So yeah, that is not insignificant. But yes, and that is probably a 2-action thing. You probably still have 1 action left to your name.
I will run this way so that I am closer but not too close. That was my character. I need defense at least, but then I'm still able to see things. And that is all I do. As I'm running, I push my jaw back in and just.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Nice.
Click it out. Yeah. Fair enough. Okay, so yes, this one will come through, and yeah, he will come running, flying over to Hodor. On with this one, he's got sickened 1, so he'll be losing an action in amongst things, but he is able to move, and he will be able to strike once. So incoming here. And Hodor, in this case, I believe he missed by 3. So I think that worked out in your favor on that one. The next one has the same problem.
That one was targeting Blythe. Sorry, it said targeted Blythe.
Oh, okay. Sorry, let's try that again. So let's try again. Thank you. I missed that. So let's try. It does its first strike. Let's see how it would do. And in this case, it's still a miss. So yeah, it's all good. The second one here, we will bring that over. It will try the same thing. And that will definitely hit. It's not a critical hit, but it definitely hits well. So yeah, you will be taking the damage there that's going on. So it looks like 4 fire damage. 4 damage total from those mephits. They are done. The next that turns up on the turn order, arriving at the door, Baldar, come running in. You see what is going on here, and you are away.
So I will start moving.
Okay.
There. Guess I will use an action to get into my stoked flame stance.
Okay. Yeah, and then you can apply the effect. Nice.
And then with flurry of blows, I will make 2 attacks with flashing spark. So let me see if I have that creature targeted. I do.
Well done.
Strike.
Oof.
Critical hit. There you go. roll
love to see.
roll the critical damage. Oof.
Yeah, I don't know how this works, so I'll just do it like that, right?
Did you hit the damage button or the critical button?
So I need to I hit the critical button.
Yes,
Okay,
please.
sorry.
Yeah, if you want all that lovely damage. So 16 damage to this guy. That is pretty damn good. And Baldor, you're the first to kill one of these mephits as you come flying in with that fist.
Okay, then second strike against the second one then.
Mm-hmm. Just remember to target first, and then away you go.
I'm pretty sure I should get a circumstance bonus. I don't know if it's added or if it's added.
If you've got the effects, is it from the stance that's giving the circumstance bonus?
Yes.
Yeah, then it should be the effect should be pulling that off for you in theory.
Okay.
Touch wood.
Yeah, let's. No, because it's sweep. But even though, because this is also real. So because it's sweep, because it's a second target, but it's also forceful, which means
So then it can't automate if it's something where it if it's something extra on that front. So you can add the circumstance, and that's why you've got that little in that attack box. You can add it if need be.
Yeah, so it's sweep, but it's an extra circumstance bonus because it's the second
attack in
attack in forceful, I think.
Okay.
And that, I think, makes it only a -4 instead of a -5. So
that's all right. So add an extra circumstance bonus and then roll it normally from that one. On that front.
Terrible roll.
Yeah, no.
I didn't have it
targeted, but yeah, it's okay. You were below its AC, so you missed.
Yeah. I guess that's it, but I can move a little further, right?
Yeah, absolutely, you can.
Oh, there isn't attack of opportunity here in this game, right?
There is, but only certain creatures have it.
Oh, let's go for it.
Yeah, these are not these are not the ones. No problem. If you move on the other side of the creature, you would be flanking, if that makes sense, so that you can get extra bonuses for certain things. So that's fair enough. Okay, Baldor is done. Frida, again, you're in the same boat here, arriving into the scene.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Okay. I will move and get. I've also got the.
Yeah, there must be something's off in here.
Changes as well. Okay, I'll move to there. No, I won't. I'll double move, so I'll get to there. And
okay.
Frida will bring out the Sonia symbol, pointed towards the Jarl. I forgot his name. And
the
she
Jarl?
will cast, not the Jarl, the whatever this guy is.
Oh yeah, Gnar of Clan Nathel. Yes, Gnar.
Nathel guy, and she will cast Litany against Wrath.
That sounds terrible. So he's got to make a DC will save. Okay,
yes.
Coming. Let's have a see how he's going to do. He's quite resolved, but he did roll a 2, so
okay,
he failed.
Now, every time he attacks someone who isn't unholy, which is Blythe, me, everyone, I guess, he will take 3d6 spirit damage.
Ooh.
Every time he deals damage, sorry.
But you have to use an action, a turn to sustain, or maybe not. It depends.
No,
Sometimes.
It's
damn.
He is just.
That's good.
Now.
Yep, that is good. Okay, that is powerful stuff. Okay, that is done.
Duration 1 round. So.
Oh, 1 round then. That's. That makes sense. That would be a.
I thought it sounded awesomely powerful. Let's put it that. Rowder, you arrive on the scene cinematically, last of the group.
I imagine she has brought a drinking horn with her.
Sure.
She's definitely the kind of person who would do that. She sees what is going on, and instead of wolfing out like you've seen her do over the past few days, she will grab the axe on her back, but instead of holding it aloft, she will drag the blade along the floor as she runs towards this guy. And I will stride. 1, 2. Oh no, 3.
Okay. So that gets you into position. Yeah.
Oh,
That's all right. Yeah. Is there anything else, Rhoda?
I was gonna say I could do a sudden charge.
Yeah,
So
that
at
changes
the end
them.
of that, at the end of that
Run, you can attack.
run, I can smack him with my axe.
Nice, and you're flanking as well, so there's going to be some bonus to that.
Oh gosh, so many menus.
Mhm.
Sure.
You just hit because you're flanking. Look at that.
Nice.
You're flanking. It's brought it down, and you've just hit. Yeah, so you can roll damage. Yeah. Flanking works.
Dice base damage off. Sorry, so many pop-up things.
That's okay.
Oh.
But yes, he will take the damage as you come flying in with the giant axe. But you're in position as this is going on.
She'll run out dragging her axe along the floor, and she will just immediately swing up with the axe as she's in range.
Cool. Zisa, round to you.
Zisa will take the jewel that is around her neck, the crystal, and she will let it swing back and forth across her palm, and as it swings, it goes slower and slower. Some more time manipulation as she is going to cast slow on this guy.
Ooh, that's pretty good. So he's got to make a fortitude saving throw here. Let's see how he's going to do.
With gusto.
Yeah.
But he is still slowed for 1 round, which means he has 1 less action.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, he didn't success, but success by 8 is not success by not critical success. So yes, he will be slowed for one round.
That's what I could do. And then Zisa will, just ignoring this method here, just like stride along the table until she's abreast with this guy. Just looking at him with disdain. Just absolute disdain.
Okay, fair enough. Final mephit of the round. This one is with you, Baldor, so it makes sense. It will see what it can do. It's going to target yourself, and then it's going to attempt to strike. Let's see how it will do. And horrible attack on that one with its first one. However, it's not a critical miss, so it will try one more time. Let's see how it's going to do. Critical miss. The mephit is not able to move things along. Okay, the next round. He is in a lot going on right now, but he will go for his axes, and he will use his double slice ability. So he will make two strikes against Raudor in this case, as you have come flying in with the axe, so it's going to target you. He does not take a loss of penalty on this, so he will take the first one.
Oh,
and
God.
As he comes flying in with that, manages to crit you, Raudor, with the first.
He takes 3d6 damage.
He will take the 6 on that one. So yes.
Oh, damn it. Well, I'll take it.
Fair enough. And then he will take his second strike from his double slice and see how he does as well. And see how he does that. Can he crit twice in a row? He does hit, but it is not a crit this time. So a lot less on the
How
second.
far away are you from me?
20-ish feet.
Oh, I can't help you. You need to be within 15 feet of me.
Well, that was 2/3 of my health, so
Yeah, he's pretty strong on that front. So yeah, and he has one last attack, but he has to use the negative modifier. Let's see how he does.
No,
with that.
he's slowed. He doesn't have.
He
a
doesn't.
reaction.
Yes, you're right. The
missed
slowed
anyway.
the slowed one was
You're
taken
welcome.
out. So yes, it was it was well something on that one. He is done. Blythe. You've seen him take chunks out of Rowder in the moment, but you are still flanking him.
Okay, so at point blank range, I guess I shall attack him.
Fair enough.
Ooh.
That's okay.
Sorry, missed for the first one, but
Why have you got -2? Your attack. Volley 30 feet.
What?
This
Yeah,
ranged
but
weapon
it
is
does.
less effective at close range.
no, by a little bit. You can move.
Oh,
In fact, you could have moved beforehand if you want, but obviously you're not flanking at that point.
I wouldn't have hit regardless.
No,
so
fair.
I guess it doesn't matter. I'm not flanking.
Oh, sorry, ignore that. I can't read it.
You are currently, but if
flanking?
you move, you would be.
No. So I'm going to attack him at this bit less now, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
because this is part of my one attack.
That looks like a stronger one. Oh, so close.
Miss at 24. Jesus
No,
Christ.
he's off. He's attacking Rowdo, so he should be -2 AC, right?
Is it because he's using a ranged weapon? I wonder if flanked is
you see you've got the volley 30
Yeah,
feet
volley
Yeah, but that-
-2.
But that's his attack.
That's my
Surely his
attack.
AC
Still
should be
24.
-2 because he's.
It
Your
depends what the wording of
Blythe is
flanked is.
flanking.
Yeah. Let's have a quick
So
look.
I get a -2 to my attack, not to his AC.
I'm not sure. Can you flank with a ranged weapon?
Yeah, that might be something in a moment.
Oh,
You're standing
well,
right next.
Blythe's entire build was about like attacking with a bow and arrow at point blank range.
Yeah,
This is
I'll give it to you on that one. We'll see if we can figure it out into the thing, but you can have it.
So I took the close quarters shooter, didn't I?
Yeah.
Specifically for
To
this.
do it. Yeah, it's not going to automate that because he doesn't know. But yeah, you can
Stupid
roll
Pathfinder.
the damage. Absolutely.
You can just take off that volley if you edit the actual bow.
Yeah, that's fair. We can work on that. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, you can roll the damage blind for that attack. I'll let you do it. That's no problem.
Okay, so
Just in the chat window, you just hit damage.
no, I know. I was looking for the proficiency modifier.
You should be able to just click on everything. I don't know why it's not letting you do that.
Yeah, we'll have to have a.
It's just not giving me the proficiency modifier. That's all. It's for some
It's a
reason.
bit weird. We'll solve it.
I'll just add it manually like that. Right, there we go.
Yeah.
How's this?
Good. Yeah.
Lots of things going on there.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's right.
That didn't add the.
It didn't add the 5, but it did. You've got 5, 6, 7. So 7 do 7 damage in the.
So I rolled 2 ones. I roll in total now. I've rolled a total of 4 damage in the entirety of this battle.
Yeah, but you do have +5 for your deck. So I've been doing that at least. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're
I
low
laid
damage.
off. And then with the rest of my action economy.
Mm-hmm.
You can move away and hope you get a nat 20. It's the only way you hit with a third attack.
So if
Yeah, I
anybody
can't-
might have
I can't hit.
an opportunity attack, it might be this dude.
Yeah, true, actually.
I literally don't have anything I can do. So I will just.
Well, you do have other action types you can.
Can
do.
I like trip him?
Yeah, I think yes.
There's a grapple. There's a disarm. You can disarm him. That's another thing you can do.
There is a trip thing too, I think.
Oh, and the trip, yes.
There is in the actions. So if you get the basic
Shove.
action macros, you can try it.
I do have base. I don't have any of that. I don't know, like in actions.
No, in the macro.
No,
in the
in
macro that I
macro.
sent you.
Yeah, in the macro
Oh.
thing.
It's something you need to drag into your.
That macro is on my hot
Yeah,
bar. Like,
once you've got it on your hot bar, it's good.
It's the only
I've got
thing
it. I didn't think I'd need it for this, but
Yeah, sorry. It
Super
did
easy.
turn diplomacy turned into battle. I know that's fair enough.
trip.
There's quite a lot of things.
I've been
So
reading
do I take a
about-
-5 to trip now? Minus 10 to trip because it's my third attack.
I think yes is the answer. I
Because
believe
it's
that's
trip
right.
plus 14, -5, -10.
Yeah.
It should
Yeah.
be in theory, yeah.
Oh, here we go. Whatever. Here we go.
Didn't fail
18
by
trip,
that much,
fail.
but yeah, it was a fail. Okay, that is the 3 actions done. Hodor, it is your turn.
Okay, I did look up the flanking stuff, and everyone seems to agree that ranged weapon, when you are close range, you can totally flank with. But, and a lot of people seem to say that if you're within 10 feet as well, you can flank because like long reach weapons can also be flanked in that situation.
Okay, well, good to know.
So everyone's
May
got
just not be
accepted.
automating it in the right way.
Blythe has
Yeah.
another action because he used the.
No,
you
I
can
didn't.
try to trip again. You used your ability to shoot twice, right? Or did you?
Oh, then I shouldn't have.
Yeah, you should have
You,
been
have
tripping.
you can trip again if you want.
Yeah, but you
as
should
an
do the
assault.
trip at the higher rate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There we go.
Ooh.
Succeeded.
He succeeds. Okay. Yeah. So you get him prone because of a success. Okay.
That's right. Fall down, you dick.
There we go. He is officially
On the
prone.
ground.
There we go, Rhoda. Smack him.
Okay. So Hodor, you are next though. Next on the list. One
Okay,
Mephit is harassing you. The rest.
That
Oh,
is
oh well under it.
incredibly rude of him. So I'm going to target him. Oh, I'd already targeted him.
Yeah, that's it. You got it.
And I'm going to caustic blast him.
He's going to have a reflex save. Let's see how he's going to do on that one. It's not
All
his.
nearby creatures.
Booty foot. What? Oh, 5 foot. Oh, okay, it's okay. I thought it
5
was
foot, 5
30
foot,
area.
5 foot burst. Critically succeeds. That's as good as he could possibly do.
Nice. Oh no, I thought I critically succeeded. Oh, that's sad. Okay, I take away my nice. I misunderstood what it was.
Yeah, so sorry. No, he does too good, I think, on that one. So don't see what it's saying. So none of the persistent damage can occur on that one. Okay, I guess that's fair enough.
Okay. And then, because he's close to me, I'll actually attempt to stab him with a spear, which would be interesting.
Oh.
But you're so strong now.
I know. How do I do this on this?
So you can go to
No,
your
that's not right.
you can go to your your actions, and there's under attacks. There's spear is there, and you can just roll it from there on your sheet. You got that little blue bar across the top where you got your character. Then the second one is actions.
Oh yeah, there we go. I was thinking inventory.
That's okay. That's all right.
It would be the second one because
Yep. Yeah.
I've already done it once. Okay.
You hit by 8 though, so yeah, you can roll some damage on that one.
Nice.
5.
Kadoosh. And then I'll stab him again. That's my final one.
Oh, but yeah, unfortunately, a miss on that.
Okay.
Okay,
my goes then.
Hodor is done. Its turn on that front. So I believe the sickened effect will be gone this round. So that is definitely a thing. And then it will attempt to bite ya. Let's see how it's going to do.
If it can find any meat to bite, good for him. Because
Oh no, it's got. What does the? Yeah, I might do the breath weapon instead. I think on that one. Let's
I am highly flammable, so I do recommend.
Yeah, no, it's just gonna bite. It's too complicated right now. Right, okay, let's just go for that. Missed by 3. Okay, and one last try. It will miss. It is done, bringing us to, I believe, Baldor's turn.
Yes. So I will target the one in front of me. And with Sparking Flash, I will... Flashing Spark, sorry. Other way around. I will attempt to hit it.
Critical hit, absolutely. So roll the critical damage. Woof.
Only 10.
Only 10, but 10 still pretty good.
Okay. Second attack.
Mhm.
This is with Flurry of Blows.
One of these is dead. I'm just going to get rid of that.
Oh, the first one was also, so it needs to roll a Fortitude save.
Fortitude save. Okay, let's see how.
Actually, I'll roll the second one, see if that kills it.
So it failed the Fortitude save, but
Okay. So it's stunned 1 and second strike. Oh, 19.
19. Its AC.
Oh, didn't I have it targeted anymore?
That's all right, but its AC is 19, so you do hit. So you can roll damage again. And that will do the trick. That one is gone.
Okay, then I will jump back, and with my third action, I will try it again. This time with sweep and with my circumstance bonus.
Mm-hmm.
This is second attack. Didn't target again.
That's all right, but a 23 will definitely hit this guy.
For 12.
For 12, okay. He had like 2 hit points left to his name, so another one bites the dust for Baldor. So yeah, he's had a very good run at the Beefids.
These don't explode, right? Because I know in D&D they do.
Yeah, no, we've got no explosions going on this time.
Okay, and then I will use the remainder of my movement to run. Actually, I think I can only get there.
Okay, no problem.
My turn, I think.
Frida, round to you.
Yes. I will run up.
Mm-hmm.
I will target the man on the floor.
Absolutely.
I will attack non-lethally.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a thing, but yes.
That is good to know.
I would like to crit.
You
Thank you.
absolutely crit, yes.
Yeah.
That can't. So critical damage.
24.
24. He will take all of that, but he's looking very, very, very worse for wear after that.
I will attack again.
Ooh, missed him in the moment.
Missed. And that's my turn because I had to move.
Fair enough. Router, round to you. This guy on the ground.
I will Rajay. So
It's a very
her
fashionable
eyes
way.
Go, her eyes go golden, much like a wolf's. Claws begin to grow and wrap around the axe that she is holding. Range. Life act. Yes. Something. Oh, I didn't do a thing. Oh no, there's the thing.
It's just taking time tonight.
I will then vicious swing, non-lethally, I guess, with my grey axe.
I mean, you're raged. You don't have to do it non-lethally. Just Frida doing it non-lethally.
We'll see how much damage I do. I might just kill him outright accidentally. Will it Let's see what it does.
You hit, absolutely. You can roll the damage.
Why did you have a multiple attack penalty on your first attack?
Because it's a vicious strike, so I do an extra damage die if it hits. But I have to take that penalty.
Penalty to do it, but you hit.
Strength, rage, base damage, vicious swing on.
Oh, this is going to be a big hit. That. Ooh. 21 on that one. Okay, Router. Would this?
Is he unconscious?
I want this. This is the killing blow. So in those moments, you have to tell me: is that would she do it non-lethally or not? That's the question I need to know. You're the deciding factor.
She'll do it non-lethally.
Fair.
Against her better judgment. Actually, she'll cripple him. She'll take a leg.
Oh, nasty. Going through this sort of bark skin outer armor that's been cast on him, taking the leg off, he passes out from the blood loss in the moments. And yes, we will end the encounter there. The battle won for now. The Halharn's helm skip looking a little bit scorched, but in pretty much intact. A prisoner will be in tow that you'll maybe need to be questioned by the drift hall, but whatever was going to go down on the down here on the Halharn helm skip has been taken. Zisa, you have a flash of a memory as this is all going on, seeing the signs that the dream that you all had when you were arriving at Drift Hall, the sign of the sheep and Drift Hall burning, and it coming from then. This is coming from that. You realize in the moment it's the symbol of the shield of Clan Nattle that you were seeing that was what's going on from that dream. But yeah, guys, well done. I think we will pick up from here next time as we find out what circumstances have been going on with Clan Nattle and whatever they were trying to attempt here. Was he working alone? Were there others involved? These are all open questions that we will have to deal with.
I'd like to treat his open leg wound.
I definitely am assuming that you are keeping him alive.
That leg off, Router. You've taken that leg. I want it.
Well, these are all these are all things we will deal. Yeah,
I'm gonna drain my bonded item for my last time today, and I'm gonna cast Detect Magic to see if this dude has any ironwood in his system.
Yeah, fair enough. As you do that, there is ironwood embedded in his neck, and as you do this Detect Magic, another sign of things that we have discussed before. And with that, guys, we will call the game there, and we will return next week. So I will end the stream there. Well done.